Today is July 19th. Welcome on in to a all-star edition of Daily Cards Live. And since it's the All-Star Game, so we've expanded our roster for the show today as it's a three-way dance. I'm Joe Roderick, joined alongside by Bob Ramsey and Matt Rocchio. And Rammer, it's the first time you and I have done a show in what feels like a month, as we have, just like the Cardinals pitching staff, we have worn out Matt Rocchio in relief duty.
Just call me Seth Manis, baby.
Not that we think he's a dime a dozen, but he's always ready to take the ball.
He absolutely is. So, but hey, you know what? It's an all-star edition. We got the game here in Los Angeles. As soon as I'm done here with you guys, I'm going to get dressed and head on down to the game. I was at the home run derby last night, and I was surprised at just, you know what? Like I get that Albert Pujols is beloved. There aren't many people that hate him outside of maybe Rangers fans, Astros fans, Cubs fans. Like, you know, he's not one of those players that is hateable by a lot. I was shocked by how much Dodgers fans and the rest of the people last night at the All-Star Game were just in love with Albert Pujols and everything he did last night at the home run derby.
When you guys get quite a bit older, things will either affect you one of two ways in the extreme. One, cranky old man, get off my lawn, you're really pissed. Or you see a Kodak commercial and you start crying from the television commercial because there's a puppy and a kid in it. So you don't have the middle ground. It just goes. I tell you, I was moved by all the players embracing Pujols, celebrating Pujols, rallying around Pujols. I thought it was a good moment, not because I'm a Cardinal fan and a Pujols fan. I think it was a rare case where baseball got it right. Joe, I got to give you credit. You've been saying it for a long time now, a couple of months. And I was wrong in that saying it didn't matter. Whatever. It was the right thing for baseball to do. They handled it great. And it was a special moment for the game, and a game that is desperate for special moments.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I mean, it's one of those moments, we talk a lot of basketball, me and Rammer, so it's kind of like LeBron James too. You got to sit back and you got to be like, we get to appreciate, one of the five, best players to ever play the game, and to be lucky enough to just be alive at the time and be able to watch it and be able to, go to Busch Stadium, whether it was his first run or this current year, and see greatness live in front of you. It's just, it feels so rare. Even though there's been constant moments for the last 20 years where we've been able to do it, it still feels so rare to get the chance. And I think last night was another moment where it just felt, this is the kind of moment that sports creates, but to get it to crystallize it and grab it at the moment, that's what feels special. And that's what we got to do last night when he made that incredible, when everything's going on with Schwarber and we think maybe he's going to get past Soto. It was just, I'm going to remember this for a while.
Yeah, it just, it started off in that first minute that he was out there and he called timeout, 54 seconds, 56 seconds into it. And you're just like, God, it felt like, what's the old thing, the Willie Mays falling down in center field that people will reference. You thought like, God, he just doesn't have it. This is the Albert that was hitting 180 a few weeks ago for the Cardinals. It's sad to see. And then something in that timeout just clicked. And then you started to see it. And I will go back to, so last year at Coors Field at the home run derby, when Shohei Ohtani was hitting in the home run derby, I have never seen a more vicious swing, and I've never seen a ball come off the bat like it did with Shohei last year. With Albert last night, it was almost the opposite. I compared, I don't know if Rocchio will get this reference, but Rammer, I think you will. I tweeted out that it was kind of like Milton Berle, where he just, did just enough to get it over the fence last night. Because last night the bonus time was 440 feet to get there. I don't think Albert hit a single home run over 440 feet. It was just a nice, easy swing. And then the ball just launched out of the park about, 390, 420, something, in that range. And he just started peppering him out there. And it was like, this is the Albert that fans showed up to see tonight, and it was so much fun. And then to see everybody come out, and you kind of saw a few guys come out. It was, the Dominican Derby, I think is what it was called after last night, with all the players that were there in the Final Four. But you saw all those guys come out, and then everybody else starts to come out too to celebrate him. And I'm glad that they gave Miguel Cabrera a chance to kind of be center stage for a bit too, with him and Bad Bunny coming out. Rammer, Bad Bunny is a rapper, most downloaded rapper on Spotify. If you're not familiar with, if you didn't know who that was, okay, good. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of who that was that came out with Miguel Cabrera. But I like that they had his moment too.
Yeah, it was good. As far as the Derby itself, it made it there's a little extra credit, a little nicer that Albert won a round. And then once he was finished, I quite honestly wasn't that interested. Who wins it doesn't mean much to me. But I thought baseball did it right, as I said before. That's the way to do it. And it hit all the right notes.
Yeah, and I mean, J-Rod was fun. I mean, getting to watch, a guy who, whether it's in the Midwest or just the fact that it's the Mariners, you just don't get a lot of exposure to the Seattle Mariners. So to watch Julio Rodriguez just to completely go off like that in his first couple rounds, then what usually happens, like a lot of guys, he cools down just a little bit, and I hope he didn't screw up his timing or anything like that, and have that second half slide for his rookie year. But I mean, to see a young star like that and to put him on the front stage, that was a great thing for baseball. I've seen 2 Mariners games, a lot of highlights, and now the home run derby, and I'm already a J-Rod fan. That's the kind of thing that baseball needs.
Good player.
Yeah, they have a few other young guys too. Ty France, we'll see him tonight. And if you didn't get enough home run derby last night, as we move on to the game tonight, it was announced yesterday that if the game tonight, if the All Star Game is tied after 9 innings, it will be determined. The winner of the game will be determined via a shortened home run derby. 3 hitters from each league will get 3 pitches each, so 9 swings to hit as many home runs as possible, and that is how they will determine that. And Ty France of the Mariners is one of the 3 that will be going for the American League tonight. So just another Seattle star that we don't hear much about, but they talked about it last night. I don't know what kind of commentary, if you guys could hear any of the in-stadium commentary that was going on last night, but they talked a few times about the 14-game winning streak that the Mariners recently have gone on. So the Mariners are coming. They're finally starting to put all those pieces together. But and that's where the All-Star Game will be next year. So we'll see how many of those guys end up back there in Seattle for next year. But tonight in Los Angeles, Rammer, it's not the All-Star Game that you grew up with. I know, where you got to see matchups for the first time all year and maybe never again. But is there something tonight that you're really looking forward to seeing in the game?
It's what I'm looking forward to not seeing. I don't want Cardinal pitchers in the game.
I'm fine with Michaelis getting one in, and he earned it. I've been pushing for him all year to get in the game too.
No, I don't want him in the game. Come out, tip your cap, take your goodie bag that they give you, and go home. And
when they call in Michaelis, he should just sneak in, Drew Verhagen and just be like, go.
Yeah.
Eat the inning for me. Thanks, buddy.
You're right. It really isn't the same game. It's not that individuals don't try, but it really is just a ceremonial pickup game. And that's okay. I'm not criticizing it, but I'm not locked in like when I was a kid in the 60s and 70s and 80s.
I mean, it's.
But I'll watch.
Listen, I rather it completely lose its luster than actually matter in the grand scheme of a World Series. So thank God that's over. I'll be able to lock in on the little storylines I want to lock in on players that I never get to see. But that's what All-Star games are for, especially here in the it's better than the postseason one we have to deal with, and it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a goof around. I hope we get something stupid like somebody having 4 errors at second base again. That's always fun.
Like the time Randy Johnson was thrown to Kruk, and have fun, enjoy it. I thought the tone was great last night, and if that tone carries through to tonight, I think we'll all be happy.
Here's what we need to happen. Somebody needs to groove Albert Pujols a pitch for a home run. That's when it's good.
Was it Wainwright? Wainwright grooved one to was it Jeter?
I think he denied it for like 2 weeks afterwards until finally he kind of gave everybody the wink after a little bit. But yeah, it was Waino to Jeter.
Yeah. Just somebody's got to take that. Somebody's got to take one for the team and do that. There were people that accused Schwarber last night of kind of tanking for Albert, and Schwarber he'll get another home run derbies. He'll be fine. Let the man have it.
Thing, Joe, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Right.
We'll have some fun. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. It's fun to see. My favorite part of it, I didn't get there early enough yesterday to see it, but during batting practice and everything, to see kind of the congregation, the clusters of friends, to see who hangs out with who from other teams. And you kind of see a little bit of that during the Derby whenever a timeout's called, and you see who runs out there with those guys. So that's what the game's all about. It's about those moments. It's about who who is going to the MVP. You can never guess who the MVP is going to be. It's either is somebody going to have a big home run in the first inning? Is it going to be late in the game? I will tell you this though, as you guys watch it on the broadcast tonight. First off, it's going to be weird not hearing Joe Buck call an All-Star game. I'm sure for you guys. Secondly, how many times will Juan Soto's future destination be referenced tonight in the game?
Oh God!
I'll set the over/under at 6. 6.5. Yeah.
I think I would go just slightly over, because you got to think every time he gets a put out or an at bat, they're going to mention it at least once, and then there's probably like 4 or 5 of those pregame, maybe once later after he's out of the game. So I think 7 or 8. I'll just go a little bit higher on Raymer's over/under.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to get the right. I mean, if he goes up, if it's Juan Soto against Nestor Cortez, they're going to say it's a future teammate of Nestor Cortez, and Soto drives in Paul Goldschmidt. Did he? Are we going to see more of that in St. Louis? It's going to be those are the references that we're going to need as this game goes on.
That would be my spot in the lineup. By the way, I've already nerded out on that. Goldie 2, Soto 3, Arenado 4. So,
you know what? We can talk more about that as the trade line gets closer. But I'm saying Soto 2 just because he walks a lot more and he'll get on base. But that's we can nitpick once the Cardinals deplete their farm system.
Do you guys think I should do? Do you guys think I should do the diamond shoelaces with my gold shoes, or just like the crystal ones?
I think that's ladies' choice.
All right, fair enough.
All right, Rammer, give me a what are you expecting to see tonight? What do you give me your prediction for an MVP for tonight's game?
Oh gosh. MVP. Probably somebody early. I'll just I'll homer it up and go with Goldschmidt. He might get a double in the first and drive in a run. Who knows? Get a couple of hits.
Rock, who are you going with?
I think Pete Alonso is still lifting weights after his loss last night. I think he's going to be ready for a big night.
Well, get in some more meditation.
Yeah, get in some more meditation before the games that matter.
I'm going Shohei tonight. Last year, all the pressure was on him. He pitched, he DH'd, he was in the Derby. Everything was on him. All the spotlight was on him. This year, even though the game is in LA, it's not in his home in LA. It's across the town. I feel like there's been a lot less Shohei talk at this All-Star game than there was last year. I'm going to say Shohei leads off with a home run tonight for the American League, and that's how he secures the MVP.
Okay,
Guys, this has been a lot of fun. Enjoyed the 3-man game that we pulled off here for this, and we will do the 3-man booth again for the trade deadline coming up here in just a few weeks. But we will be back with Daily Cards Live on Friday for the start of the second half as the Cardinals and the Reds start their second half of the season in Cincinnati. And we will be brought to you, as always, by Mungenast St. Louis Acura and Rammer Royal Banks.
Royal Banks of Missouri, over 50 years in our area, and that area is expanding. St. Louis, St. Charles, the east side, and northeast Missouri, all branches that feel like your hometown bank at Royal Banks of Missouri, where better service means better banking.
He's Matt Rocchio, and he's Bob Ramsey. I'm Joe Roderick. We will talk to you later this week right here on ClaibsOnline.com.
St. Louis Acura has almost 200 pre-owned vehicles in stock with inventory arriving daily and can offer the best trade-in value. While others raise their prices and fees, we choose to earn your repeat and referral business by not taking advantage of the current market situation. We invest in our team, becoming one of St. Louis's top places to work and fastest growing companies. St. Louis Acura remains committed to becoming better than ever for you. Located at Manchester and Mason Roads.